Hello, welcome again to the 90 Plus number one football show. I'm Robert, joined by Vision. Man United takeover.
Yeah.
So it has been reported that Man United is close. Sir Jim Racliff is close to taking over 25% only of Manchester United. And the total cost will be around 1.3 billion. So the Glazers still own majority of the shares.
Maybe half, still owning the half.
Yes, still own majority of the shares in Manchester United. And the question is, if this 1.3 billion is really being asked about, how will this money be directly reinvested into Manchester United, or will the Glazers take it and put it in the back pocket? You see, so there's really, so Manchester United fans were hoping for big change.
You wanted the Qatari.
The Qatari, they wanted the sheik from Qatar, but he pulled out of the race after he gave his final bid to Manchester United, which was total, it was coming to 8 billion.
Yeah, he was buying the club for 6 billion.
Clearing the loans, the debts, and the renovation of the squad, renovation of the stadium, and also reinvesting some money into the squad. Manchester United January ungesikia sasa wameanza kuchukua the top players.
Manchester United, the best players, walikuwa the best players.
Wangeweza kuchukua the best players, but now it doesn't seem like it will be any change for Manchester United. It will not be that big.
I think we'll still struggle sana na Sir Jim. Of course, I think Glazers still owning the half of it. Nilikuwa mimi nilikuwa nataka a full sale.
A full sale. Hata kama ni kwa Jim Ratcliffe.
A full sale. Bora Glazers watoke hapo. Nataka tuuze kama ni club inauza, yani a full, kama ni Qatar wananunua.
Yes.
I don't know hadi sasa hivi huwezi jua kama Sir Jim anataka the whole club.
Just imagine,
just imagine say Glazers were owning 69% before he moved. They were owning 69% of the club. Kiangalia 30% hiyo percent nyingine iko na money market watu. Sasa ujue Glazers were owning 69. Najua watatoa kama 10% kwao, then 10%.
They must remain with 50 plus, 51%
plus.
Yes, because they have to have the majority of ownership because of the decision. So I think what they will do with Jim Ratcliffe, he will get some from the money market and some from the Glazers, and then they will.
But I think it's a poor.
Because even that 1.3 billion, 33% of that money is going to the money markets, the shareholders. It's going to the shareholders. So it's like Jim Ratcliffe mostly will get from that, from the shareholders, and then.
But what do you see in future? Kuna future kweli? Do you see if tutaweza kununua players January? Will that problem be solved?
It will not be completely
by the
solved.
End of the January. Let's talk about the future.
The end of the season. I think Manchester United needed a full structural change. Full structural change from the board, to change ownership, to change board, to change sports director, to change. Isipokuwa maybe manager. Isipokuwa maybe manager, but I think there are some things in Manchester United that are even too old. For the club, and I think it needs a cultural change. So I don't think 25% Jim Ratcliffe will not influence a lot in Manchester United. He will not influence a lot because he cannot even invest in the team as he would wish, because he will be wondering, why am I investing? The Glazers are not putting that much effort into the team, you see. So I think
it's not even my own club. I'm only 25%.
Yes.
50%. The Glazers share only, but very greedy. They are only there for the money. And so you can ukiangalia, by the way, ukiangalia when football is going, it's about the money. Ukiangalia mafuta, pesa ya mafuta hii iko na Man City. They buy players, good quality players. Wanataka huyu ananunua. Ukiangalia Newcastle wanashapata hiyo pesa, and slowly by slowly Newcastle will be there because imeanza kujua kuspend. Sasa imeanza kujua kuspend pesa, and that's why unaanza kuona wameanza kubuy.
And that's why you find a team like Manchester United is falling far off.
Exactly.
Because
just imagine 10 years.
It's siku za kitambo. The days used to be like, yes, we are Manchester United.
You can buy a big player, top player.
Even without spending a lot, we can still make it. We can still find our way.
And that those days, we were still buying top players. Ukitaka Ronaldo, unachukua. Ukitaka.
But I still think Manchester United, they spend a lot.
They still spend a lot.
Yes, they spend a lot because they spend a lot. It is.
Unajua they spend a lot because
they spend wrongly. They spend wrongly. I still think Manchester United mostly they come out the fans or Glazers. But I think I think the Manchester United they spend enough to be top 4. They spend enough not only to be top 4. They spend enough to be there somewhere like winning the league. They spend enough to compete, but there are some issues.
Let me tell you one thing.
Let's look at Manchester United and if you just look at the expenditure of Manchester United in the last 10 years. Manchester United has spent more than any other club in the Premier League. Has spent more than even Man City.
Yeah.
But you don't get the good players. You don't have a project.
Exactly.
You don't start.
Not even the project.
Because if you look at I want to name some signings for you.
Yeah, we wanted to compare one thing. We are poor in negotiation, and here inakuja wapi kwa Glazers and the board now. Hiyo we are poor in negotiation. Na hiyo inakujanga bado kwa Glazers.
No.
Ukiwezi nunua mtu kama Casemiro that year 60 million. It doesn't make sense.
No. I want to talk about a few players that I've seen Manchester United make.
You know, we have spent a lot, but we
make around. There was a time Manchester United brought in Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic. There was a time Manchester United brought in Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
There was a time Manchester United, even Casemiro is another signing.
Yeah.
Signing inaenda ku-expire bado unaileta hapo hivi. Yeah. Haya. Di Maria.
Yeah,
But I thought Di Maria was a bit decent.
We brought in Di Maria, we brought in Jassmin,
Bringing back Ronaldo was a very wrong decision.
Yeah.
Even Varane, I think it's a wrong decision for him.
No, Varane was a wrong decision. He's one of the best centre backs in the Premier League.
Varane
is one of the best.
Varane is not even top 10 in centre backs.
This is one of
Varane
the best.
is not even in top 10 in centre backs. Because if you look at the centre backs from Arsenal, both of them, he's not ahead of Gabriel, he's not ahead of Saliba. He's not ahead of Guardiola, he's not ahead of Stones, he's not ahead of even Nathan Ake, he's not ahead even of Diaz. Those are 6. He's not ahead of Van Dijk, not ahead of Konate.
Nathaniel Ake.
Yes, not ahead of
Konate.
Yes.
Varane akiwa form, akiwa fit, he's one of the best defenders in Manchester.
He's not even ahead in Manchester.
Even in the Premier League last season alikuwa hapo 17 clean sheets. Unaona defender wote umemmention. He was
that was a cover up from
Martinez and Varane. If Varane hayuko kwa game, Martinez Martinez is very shaky.
I think even Varane was the wrong signing. Casemiro was the wrong signing.
I think Varane is one.
I think you have brought in some players that they are coming to the end of their career, and you're still bringing them to Manchester United. Why don't you go for young guys that
we spend a lot?
Yes, and you spend a lot in that.
But here nimekuambia, it's about the Glazers. You're spending. We have spent a lot.
Do you think Onana is a good signing?
It's a good signing. Onana is not a bad signing. Ni venye tu inafaa tumpe game time. Mimi siwezi sema ati sasa Onana bench. Give him time hata kama ni a full season. Wacha afanye mistakes and he will get better. I think I'm confident.
Onana is not a young goalkeeper.
He's not 27 years.
He's not 21 that you say he's making mistakes. No, he's not young that you give him many chances to make mistakes.
So unataka sasa trainer do you want us to spend another goalkeeper now?
You will spend. It is not I want. You will spend on another goalkeeper. You will spend more on a defensive midfielder because Casemiro is not good enough.
And he's akamepata injury. I don't know, it's a blessing. It's a disaster.
Yes, and you will have to spend more on players. And I think Manchester United can really say about. But I think Manchester United have spent a lot of money.
But very hawaja spend in a good way. Do you know, unajua ukiwa on your board, they don't know how to negotiate. Na unajua mtu anaenda pale unaambiwa 72 million unatoa. Just imagine as Maswali 19 year old 72 million. Hiyo sio pesa ya kutoa. Unajua mnafinya team, na kutoa hiyo ni signing ya 40 million. Mason Mount 65 million pia hiyo ilikuwa overspent. I think it's a signing of 40 million. If you ukiangalia isipokuwa ni hiyo board na overspend.
You know, there was a time 85
million.
There was a time I can just give you a trend that Arsenal used to have some time back. There was a time we used to sign players like, I will give you some players we signed. And players that we are coming to the end of their career. Like the time we signed Willian.
Yeah, Willian.
Yeah, we signed Willian. We signed David Luiz.
Yeah.
We signed Peter Cech. We signed, there was a time Flamini came back, I don't know from where. I think it's from retirement or I don't know from where. came back to the team.
Yeah.
There was a time we signed, I think, Socrates.
Yeah.
Players that are coming Kolasinac. Players that were coming to the end of their career, but you look, he's from Chelsea.
Yeah.
Let David Luiz come.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any impact. They didn't have. So if you look at Casemiro, is from Real Madrid, come and change. He won't change anything. If you look at Varane, Madrid is not stupid to sell Varane and Casemiro. They just look at these players and they think, I think they are done. These people cannot give enough to Madrid now, so they have to leave. And that is what Manchester United were doing. Even it's just right now. Even Casemiro signing was a very big mistake. If that season Manchester United pushed for Declan Rice with 60 million, they could have got him, and he could be a very good defensive midfielder right now for the next 10 years.
That's 24 years.
He was 23 at that time.
Yeah.
And if you pushed, you could have gotten Declan Rice even for a cheaper, with that 60 or 70, you could still gotten the Declan Rice. So I think Manchester United also, they spend a lot, but it's not only the Glazers, it is the whole
board.
Yeah, the whole system.
I think it's the board, hiyo kitu yote, na that's why tulikuwa nataka a full sale, kila kitu itoke, kila structure yote itoke. I think wako hiyo na hiyo mind pia ya kununua watu wazee. I think na Casemiro Costa, but I think Casemiro amekuwa a very good defensively. I think watu wanamjudge too early in the season. I think last season was one of the best midfielders.
I want to ask you something. You look at it, a team like Man City. Have you heard them gone for a player that is 30 years old, finishing his career, 29? No, you get a Rodri when he's young.
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
Yes, and you build him.
Yeah.
You get Akanji, you get Ake, you get Badio, you get young guys 23, 24, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 is max.
Yeah,
25 is max. Yes, and those players that they can give you service for 5 years.
Yeah, when you unaweza build something.
Yes, you're building something with. So I think Manchester United make a lot of wrong decisions.
But I think we have still our youngsters to kama mtu kama Rashford.
No, but if you look at Manchester United, it's like 50-50. It's like 50 is totally aging.
And 50 is totally young.
Yeah, 50 is totally aging, and there's no young.
I think Rasmus is 19-20 years.
Yes.
Anthony is still 21 years.
Yes, but is he really?
That quality, I think.
Yes.
Rashford is 25 years.
Yes.
I think 25 years.
What about Bruno? What about Casemiro? What about Amrabat? What about
Bruno was bought. Bruno akinunuliwa alikuwa 24 years.
You know, one thing is Manchester United, they buy players for first aid.
Ya kutibua ugonjwa hapo.
Yeah, wacha tu tunataka defensive midfielder wacha
hapo. But I think Bruno Fernandes akinunuliwa alikuwa 24 years. Ukikuja ameijia United ako 29 sasa.
Yes.
Ukiangalia mtu kama Mount 24 years. If you look at the new signings,
Luke Shaw is aging.
Yeah, Luke Shaw.
But Martinez is a good signing.
Yeah, 20.
I think Rasmus is a good signing. I think you got some players, but
I think pia tutatoa watoto kutoka academy kiangalia Garnacho 19 years. I think we are still tuko na hiyo balance. I think tu ni experience kidogo tu iko Varane na Casemiro, and I don't think that they are the problem at Manchester United. They are not the problem. I can't say Varane na Casemiro are the problem at Manchester United. They are not the problem. They are not the problem. I think they are one of the best players. Unacheza yani underrated Varane. You cannot put him in one of the best.
No, you can't.
Sema is an injury prone, but when he's fit, he's one of the best defenders.
And those are the people you should get out of the team. Injury
best
prone,
defenders.
Get them out.
Injury, sema ni injury prone, but akiwa fit is one of the best defenders for Premier League.
So but Manchester United, we don't expect much change.
Yeah.
I think it will be still the same. It will be still the same. Not much movement in signings, even in January. Because even if you look at Manchester United, to be honest, after you brought in Amrabat, you brought in Mount. Okay, you brought in Amrabat.
Mount.
You brought in Mount. You have Casemiro in midfield. You have Bruno. Tell me what do you need now, as a Manchester United fan? Where do you feel like you need to strengthen?
We did even get the right. We need a good defensive. We need a good centre back.
A centre back.
Centre back. We need like 2 centre backs. We need a left back, a good left back. I think pia tuko na a lot of places sana zinataka kuletwa new players.
And don't forget, you still did business.
Yeah, but
the transfer market.
Did you know at the manager did not get the right players wenye walikuwa nataka? I think hiyo ulikuwa unaona. Tulikuwa tunataka Kiminje, tulikuwa tunataka Tobido. We didn't even get one of those. Tunapewa nani? At regular. At nie amekuwa. At just imagine a reject. Atote na reject. Anasema Glazers spend a lot.
They spend a lot, but the wrong way.
They don't even spend.
I think they spend a lot the wrong way.
So hiyo wamefika mahali. Sema ni the wrong with the board. And they overspend. Mtu kama Casemiro tungenunua 30 million. It could be reasonable. Juu mtu kwa 30 kitu.
Even that transfer window, that transfer was really shocking to me. Really shocking to me.
But I think hiyo mimi agree na wewe kwa overspend. I think we overspend. We flash pesa tunatoanga rahisi sana. I think tukibwa 80 million tuko hapo letter 7 and finally tunakaa kama Chelsea kwa kutoa pesa, but I think Chelsea, but do you see unaona aje Glazers kwa nini imekataa kuuzia Qatar for 8 billion?
Because they want, they still want.
Umeangalia kitu ya unaona hii football ilikuwa inakuja ilikuwa about to make money at Manchester United na Real Madrid in America.
Glazers, they make a lot of money with Manchester United.
And that's why
they make a lot of
that's
money. And you don't want to sell something that is making money. And that is another.
And if it makes money, mbona we renovate stadium?
Because it's not in me. It's not, football is not in me. I'm here for the money.
Business.
I'm here for the
that's
business.
The wrong thing now.
I'm here for the business. I'm here for the money. It's not about me reinvesting. I'm here for Manchester United. Nikamue Man U, nikamue.
I get the money.
Yes, and that's why they can't sell it to Sir Jim Racliff. They can't sell it to Qatar because they know.
Just imagine wamzungusha Qatar for 1 year. Jua naona it's a good offer, but imebidi aje pull out. I think they rejected the
and he might get another good club.
He will own another good club. Of course in England too.
Yes, in England, hoping he's Arsenal. But Kronkers are doing right. Kronkers are doing right.
I think if we can spend 100 million on one player.
And it's not only, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. We're just getting started to spend. So beware.
So ndio maana nakwambia football right now is about spend.
You have to spend to win trophies.
Exactly. We can't be bright on tunachukua a player from nowhere ati ajulikani and then to come to perform. At you buy a 10 million, it's not possible.
Okay.
You have to buy 80 million player. Do you Manchester United? You got to Van Persie, Arsenal, a top player. You got to kama sasa ingekuwa kama zile times za Fagi.
I was hoping Manchester United will be there competing for Rice. Will be there competing for the players, but they aren't. So I think that's it for today, guys. Remember to share and subscribe, and also tell us where do you think this saga is going for Manchester United takeover. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe.